Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and I'm coming at you with a story from The Verge about a incident that has happened at Annapurna. The entire staff of beloved game publisher Annapurna Interactive has reportedly resigned. Can you just is this an opinion piece? Can you just put beloved in a title? I mean, yes, a lot of people like them, but I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. Annapurna Interactive, the game company famous for publishing indie hits like Stray, Outer Wilds, Gorogoa, Neon White, What Remains of Edith Finch, and many more. I didn't know they did Neon White. May not be the same company anymore. That is an understatement. It is not the same company at all now. The entire company is gone. Bloomberg reports that the entire staff of Annapurna Interactive, the gaming division of Megan Ellison's Annapurna, has resigned after failing to convince Ellison to let them spin off its games division into a new company. All 25 members of the Annapurna Interactive team collectively resigned. Former President Nathan Gary and staffers told Bloomberg, "This was one of the hardest decisions we have ever had to make, and we did not take this action lightly." An Annapurna spokesperson told Bloomberg that existing games and projects will remain under the company. Annapurna didn't immediately reply to requests for comment from The Verge. Last week, The Hollywood Reporter said that Gary and the co-heads of Annapurna Interactive, Deborah Mars and Nathan Vella, would be leaving. The Hollywood Reporter also reported that Annapurna's planned to integrate its house gaming operations with the rest of Annapurna's divisions, which include film, TV, and theater. That's a weird sentence, but okay. Hector Sanchez, who most recently headed up the Unreal Engine's games business at Epic Games and is an Annapurna Interactive co-founder, announced last month that he would be president of the interactive and new media at Annapurna. Annapurna Pictures, the company's film arm, has won countless awards for a variety of films, including Her, American Hustle, and Zero Dark 30. I didn't know they did Zero Dark 30. These guys got their fingers in everything, don't they? And the company has only been expanding its ambitions alongside its video game publishing hot streak. In 2020, Annapurna announced that it would begin developing its own games too. It launched an in-house animation division in 2022. And I jumped ahead like a couple of sentences. One that soon announced a movie based on Stray. Why? Why would you do that? Annapurna Pictures produced the excellent animated film Nimona for Netflix, and it just last month partnered with Remedy Entertainment to begin exploring films and TV adaptations of Control and Alan Wake. I had heard about that. I don't know why you would make film adaptations of cinematic games, but okay, let's finish this up. This year, Annapurna Interactive published Lorelei and the Laser Eyes and Open Roads. Upcoming games include its own developed Blade Runner 2023 Labyrinth, as well as Ghost Bike and Wandershop. Okay, this is wild. I don't think I've ever heard of an entire gaming company having every member of their staff quit. Like from the top to the bottom. It's gone. And I don't know where these people are going to go. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know if they're going to like all separate and scatter out and go work for other companies. Maybe they'll found their own company. Maybe they'll do their own independent venture. If they do their own independent ventures, Annapurna just created their own competition, like straight up Nintendo PlayStation style. Like PlayStation used to make stuff for Nintendo, and when they were like, hey, we designed this disc drive thing, we think you could adapt the Super Nintendo and the next models up to it, and Nintendo said no, then Sony went, all right, we'll just make our own shit, and now the PlayStation's one of the best selling consoles of all time. And Annapurna Game Studios, the interactive part, is no longer working with the main company, and you could see the development of one of the best game studios of all time come out of this. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. Their games, like Outer Wilds, is fantastic. It's just this like whimsical non sequitur space fantasy that you should definitely check out if you haven't played it. I never played Stray. I never played any of the other games that I see here. I'm sure I've played some other ones because they've done a lot. I've only known Neon White from the memes and the Donkey video. I know they say Neon White like 1,000 times in the game, but people like Stray a lot. There's the thumbnail right there. But this whole making video game movies things is going to get really weird. How are you going to make a movie about Stray? It's obviously got to be CG and or animated. But I guess you could make a lore movie that explains what happened to the humans and why the robots seem to act so human and have kind of memories of being human, which they really shouldn't, but they do. Like I said, I've never played Stray, but I've seen the playthroughs. I've seen a lot of the theories and stuff around it, and it seems like there's a lot of lore to the world there, but I don't know how you make that into a movie that's not going to be the same exact thing as the game. And this Control and Alan Wake thing, I have some problems with this. Now, are they going to cast the actors from the games into the movies? I'll probably be fine with it, because the woman who plays Jessie in Control pretty much had to act out that whole game. The characters in the actors in the new Alan Wake games pretty much have to act out those whole games. So if they're going to cast the people that are already like familiar and, visually represent the characters, I might not have an issue with it. So much so, like Alan Wake will probably be pretty easy to do. It's more of like a psychological thriller. Control, I don't know how you make a movie of that without it being animated, because that's like the X-Files meets the SCP, and there's a lot of wild shit in that game, and you can't just make a game or a movie out of that game so simply, because it's like crazy. Like the ashtray maze, I don't know how you would depict that in a movie without it just being a CG nightmare. But we'll see where they go, because this company seems like they were on the up and up, and then boom, your entire game development studio just went into the shitter. Like, flushed them down the toilet, gone forever. I do not think they can recover from that. I don't know how you get a whole new development team to start making the games that have been sitting on the cutting room floor, but as it were, but it's going to get crazy out there for them. And they very well could take years to recover from this. And in those years, we could see the rise of a new studio with all these people, and they could just start pumping out. Whoa, shit. What the hell? They could be pumping out game after game. I think one of my legs just broke on my stand. Alright. I apologize. I got distracted by that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Annapurna Interactive gutted by its own accord, effectively. And we'll have to just see where this goes from here. That's all I have for this video. Belmont out.